Hey, this is Danielle. Welcome to the free video. So this week we have a lot of earnings coming up. Toll Brothers is one that is on my mind. Number one, the housing market has been incredibly strong. We saw really solid earnings reports coming out of some of the other home builders. And it's really interesting because, like D.R. Horton, for example, the report was really solid, but they pulled back a little bit and then rallied after the fact. So don't expect that it's just going to, fly directly to the moon on earnings, especially if expectations are high. But what I like about this is that, you can see here, there's a little bit of a trend that, yes, they do tend to pull back ever so slightly on earnings, but then after that, they rally. And what's really interesting about Toll Brothers is that they've already pulled back going into the earnings report. I think that's probably the best situation just because, if you're going into the earnings report on the high, that's just makes it really hard for it to maintain that price point. So I like this one at this level for a couple different reasons. Number one, the market maker expected move is going to be $3. And as you can see, Toll Brothers doesn't actually move that much on earnings based on what they've done in previous quarters. So what I would like to do with this, since it's sitting on a key area of support, and I'm kind of anticipating, it could rise, it could fall, but I think at the end of the day, it'll probably be around the same spot before eventually trading higher. So what I would like to do with it is I would like to take advantage of the situation by selling at the money premium. So I don't know where they're going to be trading tomorrow. If they're trading at this exact same price, then I would just sell the at the monies. At the monies would be selling the 60/50s, and then let's see. We sold the 60/50s, and let's see if we do $3 wide. 64.50. So, look at that. That's going to be pretty solid risk to reward, 1 to 2 risk reward on the trade. Basically what you'd be looking for is vol crush. So, think trades higher, trades lower, whatever, but ideally it stays in between about a $2.80 range. So something like this, basically I'd be looking to sell it for $2.80. Maybe you buy it back the next day at $2.40. $2.30. It's not huge, right? That's because it's a Tuesday going into Wednesday trade. However, if you sell it on Tuesday and then let's say it does hang out around that same price and you can hold on to it a little bit longer, by Thursday and then by Friday it's going to decay a lot more. So ideally then you can get your $2.40 credit down to, let's say, $1.20. That would give you 50% profit. Now, I really like these trades going Wednesday into Thursday, or especially Thursday into Friday. Tuesday is not my absolute favorite day, but it can still be done. And the other way that I wanted to modify this was by selling additionally, not just doing the neutral trade, but also adding the put credit spread, because it does typically, even though it will fall a little bit sometimes, it'll usually bounce after the fact. So because it's Tuesday, it's actually a beneficial piece of this trade. You could just sell the straight up put credit spread, and then that way, let's say it falls, and let's say it falls through the short strike, well then by the end of the week it's up here, and then you sold this put credit spread that, your 85 cents is now going to expire worthless and you get to keep the money. So those are two different ideas that I'm looking at for Toll Brothers. There's also quite a bit of earnings coming up this week. I think you could utilize the same strategy on a variety of different companies. Dick's Sporting Goods, I think, is a pretty good one. There's also American Eagle Outfitters. I actually think you could use it on NVDA. Now, NVDA is definitely going to be more volatile, but you can see that the market maker expected move is $26, but it doesn't move anywhere near that amount. So there's some premium in there that you can sell. Now, obviously with NVIDIA, you have an additional factor that they're going to have a stock split, but you've already had a massive rally, so I can't imagine that this would continue to go to the moon on the earnings report. So moral of the story is I think there's a lot of opportunity this week in particular to be selling a lot of these condors. There's quite a bit of earnings coming up this week. You know, you've got Best Buy, Box, Burlington, Costco, Salesforce, Dell. So a lot of opportunity out there. The market overall has been kind of choppy back and forth, but I think tech is coming back big. So I think we can focus on tech and some of these earnings. But other than that, that's about all I have for you today. I did want to let you know that my good friend Bruce is going to be doing an amazing webinar on Wednesday. He is a master in trading option strategies, particularly throughout volatility and income-based trades. So if you want to check those out, go to simplertrading.com. He's going to be having a webinar on May 26th at 7 o'clock. Other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.
Without Simpler Trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency.
It's one of the things that won me